subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends. So this video is all about NCERT textbook of Standard 8 Science. You may have seen several kinds of plants and animals around you. However, some of organisms we are not able to see from our naked eyes. These organisms are called as microorganisms or microbes. These microbes can handle all kind of climatic conditions, ranging from cold climatic condition to hot spring to desert area and normal terrestrial conditions. So in this chapter number 2, microorganisms, friend and foe, we are going to learn about everything about microorganisms. So let's get started. So microorganisms are very small in size. We need a microscope to see them. So study of microorganisms are called microbiology. We have 4 different kinds of microorganisms, different groups are there. Bacteria are a kind of microorganisms, fungi, protozoa, algae and viruses. Now viruses are little bit different from other kind of microorganisms. And why so? See, because viruses are able to live, able to replicate, able to reproduce only inside some other host. Rather than other microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae, they can live by their own. So this is the main difference between viruses and other microorganisms. These are the diseases which can be caused by viruses, bacteria and fungi, protozoans. Diseases like cold influenza, this can be caused by viruses, typhoid fever, cholera, these can be caused by bacteria, and some kind of skin infections caused by fungi, malaria, kala azar, these are the diseases which caused by protozoans. Now why we call microorganisms friend and foe? Is these microorganisms only causing diseases in our body? No, they are helpful too. Why they are helpful, how they are helpful, we will see in the next slides. Uses of microorganisms in food industry. Now these microorganisms are helpful in preparation of food, some kind of foods. For example, making curd from milk. The bacterium called lactobacillus, it's a kind of a bacteria which reproduces and converts the milk into curd. Another slide. Here you can see preparation of bread. Yeast reproduces in the flour, dough and produces carbon dioxide during the respiration. As similar like us, we also respire. We respire and produce carbon dioxide. Similarly, yeast does the respiration and produces carbon dioxide. Now this carbon dioxide makes the dough soft, helps in making the bread and cakes. Another use of microorganisms can be possible other than food industries. For example, in commercial industries, microorganisms like yeast are used for production of alcohol, wine and vinegar. This process needs yeast and sugar, natural sugars like barley, wheat, rice or maybe other fruit juices. So in this process, yeast grown on these sugars and convert them into alcohol, vinegar and wines. Yes, so microorganisms are also helpful in medicinal purpose. As we always see that whenever we get ill, we take medicines. These medicines create antibiotics in our body, antibodies in our body. Okay, so the medicines which kill or stop the growth of disease-causing microorganisms are called antibiotics. Most of these medicines which we obtain from microorganisms like penicillin. Penicillin is a kind of fungi it is helpful in production of antibiotics. So some kind of antibiotics, for examples, are streptomycin, tetracycline, erythrocytes. Now, not only in medicines, microorganisms are helpful in other fields too. For example, you can see here nitrification, the process of nitrogen fixation. Here, bacteria called rhizobium. These kind of bacteria, if you remember in standard 7th, we have learned that rhizobium bacteria is found in leguminous plants. Plants like pulses, plants of gram, moong dal, right? So those are the examples of leguminous plants. So those leguminous plants are having rhizobium bacteria in their root nodules. Those root nodules carry rhizobium bacteria, and these bacteria are increasing the soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. As leguminous plants couldn't absorb nitrogen directly from the atmosphere, so this nitrogen needs to be fixed in soil. This is done by rhizobium bacteria, and in response with the fixation, leguminous plants are providing shelter and food to the bacteria. So this relationship between leguminous plants and rhizobium bacteria is called as symbiotic relationship, because both of them are helping each other. Not only in nitrification, the microorganisms are also helpful in cleaning the environment. You can see sometimes roadside or some other places, plants or dead animals you can see, right? So those dead animals vanish after some times, some days. How that happens? The microorganisms also decompose these dead organisms. The dead organisms, dead or decay organisms, organic waste from plants or animals, all the things are decomposed by some microorganisms into simpler substances. So we can say they are helpful in cleaning the environment. Now we were talking about antibiotics. Remember? Antibiotics like medicines. Instead of these, we also get vaccination. As you can see in the textbook also, the topic vaccination. Now what are vaccines? Vaccines are actually a small amount of inactive, weakened form of any viruses or bacteria which can cause disease. So these vaccines are introduced inside your body, inactive form, weakened form. Now our body, what does our body does? Our body immune system produces antibodies to defeat against the viruses. These viruses which are inserted in our body. However, they are in weakened form, but our body identifies that, and when it identifies, it produces some kind of antibiotics and defeat the viruses or bacteria. When this happens, when the real active virus enters in the body, the body recognizes it by the defense system, because our body memorize it and then eliminate it. And this is how vaccines enhance body's natural defenses without causing illness. So we can say we get vaccinated. Not only friendly form, the microorganisms are also causing diseases, also spoiling things. So these are not only friendly, but they are foe. So till now we have seen about friends, like how microorganisms are friendly to us, how they are helpful to us, how they are useful to us. Now in the next part of the video, we will see how these organisms are causing diseases in other organisms like plants, animals and humans, and how we can get protected from them. Till then,